I went to alternative school. I used to go to my school was filled with kids that were in group homes, waiting to get sentenced.
And boy, I used to drop them home. I used to drop them in Hempstead, and boy, everybody used to look at me like, like, let me get the fuck out of here.
I was
Terrace Ave.
Yeah, I was subcontracting. Woo! I was subcontracted for this company when I had my business to do the carpets, and they sent me to Hempstead, and they sent me to one of the high rises, and I'm like,
yep.
I ain't going in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? Why not? I'm like, because somebody got fucking another carpet cleaner got robbed last week in his fucking building. Fucking stole all his cash, beat him up, took his fucking machine. I was like, I ain't going in there.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to go in there. I was like, well, then you need to call somebody else because it ain't fucking me. I was like, I ain't stupid.
A lot of people think Long Island is just like, you know, you think of Long Island, you think of Hamptons and all the rich stuff.
Oh, they think of all the rich neighborhoods. Yeah.
No.
It's not. That's very, no, there's a lot
it's
of
too big not to be all rich. It's a lot of shady shit.
There's been a lot of gentrification going on here too. You know, like Wine Dance used to be real.
I heard.
Real
bad.
Wine Dance ain't as bad as what it used to be.
Yeah.
Even Huntington here, we used to have a real big MS-13 problem.
Yeah. Brentwood too, right?
Yeah, Brentwood has it now.
Yeah.
We had it here for a while, and they pretty much started cracking down.
Yeah,
the police.
Yeah, because I'll see the news all the time. Like, we're not fucking around with these MS-13 guys.
And even though this is a big Spanish community, you don't really see them anymore. And if you do, they're only specifically in one section of Huntington Station, and they pretty much stay to themselves. It's not like the way it used to be, where you see these fucking guys running around everywhere.
Yeah, you'd be scared to come out,
fucking cutting people's heads off and shit. Yeah,
all you got to do is raise some rent or raise some property.
Well, that's what they do. And over here, what they did really is and they do this now like every 6 months or so, fucking ICE comes in and just raids the place.
Yeah.
So they'll find out where all the workers are hanging out looking for work, and ICE will come in and jump on them, grab them, and then they'll deport them, and then they end up back here because you'll see them. Like, oh, where the fuck? I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Oh, fucking.
And then I read something.
Sent it back to El Salvador, and I came back.
And I read something in Long Island, like they have the highest property tax or highest taxes.
Long Island is the most expensive place in the country to live.
Which is, I mean, I can believe it, but damn.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is the middle class community here and the lower class community get fucked by all these people who are multi-millionaires that own huge houses in fucking Nassau County and out in the Hamptons. And you know, my friend growing up, he lived in Dix Hills, and it was a small little. It was a nice house, you know, better than anything I ever lived in. You know, his family looked like they were well off, and this was just his mother's house. And then one day he takes me to Nassau County to his father's house. His father's house, you have to ring a bell at the gate. The gate somebody answers, the gate opens, and you got to drive about a half a mile down the fucking driveway to get to this fucking huge mansion. Yeah. And this guy didn't have a room; he had a floor. A whole fucking floor that was his. And a huge fucking pool, tennis court, multi-million-dollar house. And I was like, it's people like you that fuck it up for everybody else.
Yeah, like, you don't need this shit.
They're like, and it's true. Long Island was never meant to have middle or lower class. This was meant to be a place for the rich.
Yeah, once you step out to those.
But the problem is if you don't if your offspring aren't well off. Yeah. Then how do you expect the place to stay rich if you're going to keep them here?
And Long Island's huge. It's not like it's small. Long Island could, like, be a fucking state if it wanted.
Yeah, it's bigger than Rhode Island. Yeah. I mean, Rhode Island, I think.
Or even that New England section, like Massachusetts, all that stuff. It's like, it's not that, like, it's Long Island's pretty fucking big.
I think it's 117 miles long.
Yeah.
51 miles wide, something like that.
Like, I think riding out for where I live in Queens.
But you have to remember, Queens is included in that.
Yeah.
It's on the island.
I know
it's on the island.
Brooklyn
it's
is
just,
too.
And Brooklyn
is too.
But it's just not. It's not.
It's New York City. Like, if you want to make everything correct, Brooklyn and Queens would
be on Long Island. Yeah, that would be so. Yeah. If Long Island became its own city, that would be. Yeah, they would come with.
Yeah, that would come with. Yeah, if
you can't just go Nassau. Here you go, Nassau, Suffolk County.
Yeah. But
you know how much that how severely that would drop the property taxes and everything else.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If they did that,
yeah.
Because it's huge. It's really big. Like, driving from my house to, like, Montauk. Me and my wife, we did Montauk for the first time, and driving there is further than driving to Philly for me. Like, it's like, wow, well, damn.
Well, it's funny you say that because where I vacation up north, it takes me longer to get to my cabin up north than it did for me to get to Maryland.
Wow.
I drove all the way to fucking to Assateague, Maryland. Mm-hmm. It took me 4.5 hours. It takes me 5.5 hours to get to my cabin up north.
Wow.
People don't realize how big New York is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. New York.
It's a fucking huge state.
Like we hit Canada. Like you go like way up north, you get like Montreal, way out west. You don't even know what the fuck is out west.
No, my brother lives in Rochester, which for me is like a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
And it's Rochester, New York.
Yeah.
And it's like fuck, I can get to Jersey
quicker.
Yeah. I can get to Connecticut quicker than I can. You know. I mean, well, we have the ferry. You can get to Connecticut in 45 minutes if you really want. But
because I know here, like if I wanted to go like Mohegan Sun, like I'll probably never do it because it's just easier for me to drive up there. But I know you can go out to where?
You go out to Port Jeff and then or Orient Point, and you hit the ferry. And as soon as you get off the ferry, Mohegan Sun's like 15-minute drive.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think if they built the bridge.
They want to build a bridge.
Yeah,
there's been petitioning to build, I think, 2 or 3 bridges. One that goes directly into Connecticut, and then one that goes directly to upstate New York, because they want to cut out. They want to cut out all the shit in the city. Trying to get through the Bronx. Trying to get through the Bronx at any time of day.
Charge them to go over.
Yeah,
and then they would make another killer. Yeah, and charge them to come back, and they would make a killing.
But it also stops some of the congestion in the city. Like every time I got to go upstate, I got to go through the Bronx. And no matter what time of day you go through the Cross Bronx Expressway, unless it's 4 a.m.
I hate the Bronx, man.
Unless it's 4 a.m., you're not getting through there without traffic.
Mm-hmm. And Bronx is the worst.
Yeah. The fucking, and my dad's always like, well, don't go through the fucking, don't go through the Cross Bronx. Go this way. And I'm like, it's equally as annoying.
Yeah.
I was like, because if I take the Hutchinson,
it doesn't matter.
If I take the Hutchinson or the Sprainbrook, there's no exits.
No, it doesn't matter.
So if there's a car accident and fucking traffic's backed up, we're not getting off. I gotta wait to get to the fucking exit for the Hutch, and then jump on a Hutch. Like I'm not.
And we live in a world now where GPS is so like I just tell me the fastest way to go.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn if I got to pay 10 tolls.
Yeah.
Tell me the fastest way to go. I will go that way.
Just take me there.
Yeah, because I don't want to be out here forever struggling in traffic.
I got to wrap this up soon, but I want to talk about WrestleMania.
Okay.
What did you think?
WrestleMania was good for I guess because WrestleMania is like, if you're a diehard wrestling fan, like you always have a complaint about WrestleMania, but WrestleMania is more for like pop culture. It's a cross. It's a cross. It's supposed to be a pop. It's part of pop culture. Like they make it like that's why with Ronda Rousey being big, which was I believe the match of the night, and it was like what a great.
Really, you thought it was? I thought Asuka and Charlotte was the match of the night.
It was. It was as far as a technical in-ring wrestling showcase.
Yeah,
but Ronda, for me, for like not only for the popular, but she did such a great job
for first time being
for
out
the
there.
For the first time ever.
And in front of 65,000 people or whatever it was.
All those people. My only gripe about Ronda, I guess, I don't know if they make her do this, but when she comes out, she's always smiling. I'm like, stop.
No, I think that's... I was talking about that. I honestly think that's just her being so overwhelmed by her popularity.
But does anybody tell her in the back?
I'm sure they do. Stop fucking smiling.
That's why I'm thinking, like, because if she didn't want to smile, I don't think she could. Like, because like when you seen her fights in the UFC, like she would just like stone face, come out ready to kill
somebody,
and just walk into the ring with such intensity. I would love to see just at least on the walkout, because she kind of brung it at the end when she like was about to break Stephanie's arm and just talking shit.
Yeah.
I just that match, and just like props to everybody involved, because everybody did play their part well. Like Stephanie was so great getting under this, like just into like pulling Ronda and making her fall on her face on the ropes. And she's getting upset and just poking at her. Triple H fucking just standing in the corner, curling up in a ball while Ronda's just unloading shots and just selling it well. I just like, and then her picking up trips and just like making it look like just a great.
When she picked him up, I was like, holy shit, her legs are
the whole
powerful,
showing was just great, and just Ronda to do that for her first time, because like all eyes are on her. It's like how because I'm thinking, all right, we don't we've leading into Mania, like I've seen a couple of clips on like Monday Night Raw when somebody like another like women superstar would confront her, and it looked bad. Like I think they had the one where Dana Brooke came in, and then she did something, and she slammed, but it was so the movement was so slow, and it was like,
Ronda.
Yeah. And it was
she's been working with who is she? I forgot who they said she's been working with. That's a real good in-ring performer. I was reading something about. I forgot. Somebody who's retired, but is still like and behind the scenes.
Trained. Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah,
I could see that.
Somebody who was a superstar. I want to say like Edge or Christian or somebody like that. It's one of the.
I can see. Yeah, I don't know who it was, but like, yeah, I can see like something like the work. I mean, in the ring from what I seen, like like I can't. There was so little to complain about. There might have been a mistake here or there.
Yeah, the one throw that she had on Stephanie McMahon was sloppy.
But I was like, I remember Steph was like.
Yeah,
but like to criticize that for the first time, it was just like
for our first match,
great. And I was like, wow. It's like I invested, like rooting for her and just to see, because she has the star power right there.
Yeah,
And I remember like just seeing her interviews, like she looks, because like I hated her for a while after the UFC losses because she would never address them. And it was just like
no, but that's with that because she's such an emotional individual.
Yeah,
that I think that it was hard for her to even talk about it without breaking down.
Yes, but it's like losing is just such part of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like
for somebody who has never taken an L like
I
that.
I guess maybe that's a problem because I think in MMA there's so many ways to lose.
She didn't. She didn't lose. She got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
almost.
She got.
She didn't get. It wasn't. Like she lost by decision.
In the world we live in, man. Like once you do something, like if I left your house and I bust my ass and the alarm cameras like and you wanted to put it on you, so you could just
look at Johnny Mac slipping falling.
It might be a good thing, but it's like it's like we live in a world where if somebody wants to, we can ruin that person's single.
Oh yeah. Like and people do. They do it intentionally too.
Yeah. It's like I want to ruin this person's life.
People get so upset by what other people do that they want to ruin somebody's entire life.
Exactly. That's
for
the
that.
And then that's the world we
especially when it comes to politics.
Yeah. So when Ronda, exactly. So when Ronda lost, and you see the memes of her taking kicks to the face, I'm pretty sure she avoided all that. But goddamn, was it a?
She has to understand too. She has to understand too. If it wasn't for her. No, none of these women would have ever had a shot.
She's the pioneer for women. And Serena,
and as far as I'm concerned, she's still the baddest woman on the planet. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
No, absolutely. Her and Serena Williams for women's sports now. Yeah. It's like it just propelled everything. Like when Ronda came out, like the impact. Like you can remember, like we used to complain. Like you ever try watching women's boxing at one point?
Terrible.
It was bad.
Terrible.
Or like WNBA, I was like kind of into it when it first started, like with the Liberty and stuff like that.
When they first put it out, they had all these girls that they were promoting that were fucking dope ballers, and you had seen them on this is when the internet first started coming. So you would see them on the internet doing shit. You're like, oh shit, that's a woman doing that.
But after a while,
Swoops and a couple of these other chicks,
and Lisa Leslie Duncan.
Yeah, Lisa Leslie.
But after a while, it's like
I never watched after that. I think I watched one season. I watched one New York season, and I think that was it.
Like I remember the Liberty, like the first two seasons, they made the WNBA finals, and they lost both times. And then it just went to
it's progressively gotten worse.
Yeah, but like after like with Ronda, she just elevated women's sports. Period.
Yeah.
Like it would just now like the WWE took advantage of that,
of course,
and women's matches are just as good, if not, I wouldn't say better, but they're good. Like
I said, I thought Charlotte and Asuka should have been. Should have main event. I thought that was the main event match.
I guarantee you,
they put their heart and soul on that match.
I guarantee you, the next WrestleMania, which is here, will be I think Ronda and Charlotte, or Ronda will definitely main event. I don't know, maybe Charlotte, maybe there will be somebody else. I think they're trying to set up Ronda versus Asuka. Yeah, because they both have that MMA background. Yeah, and that the tap outs. Yeah, the submissions. Yeah.
Charlotte's going to drop that belt soon. Yeah. But she was amazing. I was actually upset that Asuka didn't win.
it was a good twist.
I have a little,
you know what I like
I have
about
a little
this
crush on
Mania?
Oscar.
Oh yeah, a lot of dudes have that low key crush on him.
Yeah.
But what I liked about this Mania, it was very unpredictable.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see. I thought Roman was